up guys, Houndish here, and today I just wanted to do a quick video and talk about some of the stuff coming up inside of Destiny 2 and kind of piece together a bit of a roadmap based on what we know right now and some hints and bits of information about the content we can expect over the next couple of months. So we know that the faction rally will begin on the 26th of September and run up until the 3rd of October. I will talk a little bit more about that event in a moment, but in one of the recent Bungie updates they said in October new challenges will continue to arrive, including the Iron Banner and new ways to have your prestige tested in the raid. Obviously it's not long until October now, and considering the faction rally ends on the 3rd of October, there will be a weekly reset on the 3rd of October, so that could be another week where we get some new content, and I definitely don't think we'll have to wait any longer than around about the 10th of October to see some more content. But I wanted to try and ease some concerns about some of the content going forward. Of course, we've seen a lot of the faction rally gear, the returning faction stuff, and people have been talking about kind of reskins and everything like that, and that they're not kind of super impressed by what we're seeing with the armor and the weapons. Of course, until we get a good look at it in game, you know, it's not necessarily easy to say, but it doesn't look like this will be the case with the Iron Banner. If you remember back to some of the trailers before Destiny 2 dropped, firstly we saw the Hunter with the katana sword, and the Hunter is fully decked out in brand new Iron Banner gear. Obviously it maintains that kind of heraldic, almost knight-like look of what we've seen in previous Iron Banners, but this definitely looks like, you know, a fresh, fully redesigned set of Iron Banner stuff, which is really awesome. We also had a brief look at an Iron Banner grenade launcher, as well as a Soros sidearm for the Iron Banner. Obviously they're going to use some of the weapon foundries and stuff like that for Iron Banner weapons, but it's definitely worth noting that there is kind of brand new armor and stuff which has been made for the Iron Banner. Also, McKay Clark, a designer from Bungie, actually posted the kind of Crucible director screen right here, and this is on their personal portfolio, and we can see the Iron Banner logo on the bottom. So this is what we can expect to see inside of the Crucible director when Iron Banner drops. Up next though, I wanted to talk about the Prestige raid. Obviously that is the kind of new name that they've given to hard mode. That will also be coming in October by the sounds of things, but from that statement before they said new challenges will continue to arrive, including Iron Banner and new ways to have your prestige tested in the raid. I just think that's an interesting statement with both challenges and prestige, obviously the hard mode raid, but also the possibility of actual challenge modes inside of the raid. Something interesting to note is that inside of the database there are a bunch of emblems which are associated with the raid. We have Take the Throne, as well as To Enter One Leaves, an emblem called Good Dog, and finally Glory to the Emperor. So it would seem that we are definitely getting challenge modes for the Leviathan raid. Typically Bungie launch the hard mode and then launch the challenge modes after that. So considering there are all of these different versions of the raid and everything to drop, and we also have the Iron Banner, October is actually going to have a fair amount of content. Also inside of the hard mode Leviathan raid there will be a full set of kind of hard mode armor. So there's the Secra set for the Warlock, which is really cool. They've kind of modeled these on the normal mode armor, but they have different shaders and kind of slightly different effects to them. We have the Nor set for the Titan, which is pretty awesome as well, and then finally the full set for the Hunter, which is the Feltrock set. There are also weapons which we haven't yet seen inside of the raid, things like the shotgun, fusion rifles, maybe there will be other things hidden away in there as well, so it's going to be really cool to unlock some of that stuff. To briefly mention the faction rally once more, it's pretty interesting because obviously it will have kind of a featured week. It's treated like an event when the factions return. They do say that you have up until October the 3rd to kind of turn in your tokens for the faction that you want to represent. Obviously there's kind of a community challenge to see which faction can earn the most reputation, and the community will earn a specific faction weapon. There's been some confusion about whether the factions will remain after October the 3rd. I personally believe they will remain. Obviously they have kind of permanent locations in the social space. We only see a few weapons on the kind of preview screen right here. Whether they will have the full weapon inventory available outside of the featured weapons, or whether there will be a rotating stock that updates on future kind of faction rallies, is not entirely clear just yet, but personally, you know, considering they have these featured weapons that they want to make available over time, much like the Iron Banner and how they did that inside of Rise of Iron, it looks like the faction rally event could actually be a monthly event just like the Iron Banner. And perhaps they'll also update kind of which weapons you can get in the rotation, you know, every time they do this. It definitely seems like a good way to kind of add a new style of event to the game. We'll have to see what Bungie have in store later in November, and then December will be an interesting one because this is when we're anticipating we'll get the first DLC, The Curse of Osiris, Osiris. Some details have actually been revealed about this, so it'll have a new playable area on Mercury. There'll be new stories and adventures and everything like that. It's going to revolve around Osiris and Akora Ray, so there'll be lots of storytelling there. There'll be new weapons and endgame content and everything like that as well. Obviously we need to wait for full kind of revealed details, but it's almost certainly going to happen inside of this year. So the next few months for Destiny 2 look pretty exciting. There's definitely more content ahead. Now that the game is actually launched as well, Bungie can focus on some of that post-launch content and getting things sorted. So I just wanted to break down what we know is coming in the game, guys. If you're a hardcore Destiny player, then you probably know a lot of this stuff or are expecting to see these things. But if you're a little bit newer, then this could be brand new information for you, so I hope this video has helped. If you have enjoyed the video, guys, a like is very much appreciated below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny 2 content. Let me know which factions you're going to represent in the comment section below, or any hopes you have for future events over the next few weeks. For now though, I appreciate you watching as always, and I hope you have an awesome day.